This video is not made for kids, it's for older fans and adults, so fuck off and enjoy the video.
James versus Axel. One night at Tidmouth Sheds, James was feeling rather annoyed. The other engines were about to find out why.
What's gotten into you lately, James? Isn't anyone admiring your paintwork?
It's that so-called Axel engine that's come all the way from Bertram just to get more attention than me.
Do we really have to go through this again, James?
How many times do you have to bicker over Axel? I haven't even worked alongside him yet, and you're still complaining about all of this?
I'm just a bit fed up with its appearance, that's all. As soon as that engine goes back to where he came from, then everyone will take notice of my beautiful scarlet paintwork once more.
Aw, cheer up, James. Axel shouldn't stay on Trotter for too long. The Fat Controller brought him on loan due to the extra workload we've been getting lately.
You're not the only engine who's fed up right now, James, because when I first met Axel, he told me he was feeling overwhelmed by too many crowds that were after his acquaintance.
Wait, so I don't have to complain about Axel because of what you describe about him?
Of course not. Axel may be a popular engine, but that shouldn't stop your reputation from being taken away.
Nia has a fair point, James. Axel can be effortlessly cool, just like I said when he arrived earlier today.
What job will you be doing tomorrow while Axel is visiting, James?
I'll probably just take passengers at all of my usual stops. At least I won't have to pull dirty trucks from dirty sidings. Ugh! What? What's so funny?
It's your attitude that made us laugh, James.
You're always gonna say Freddie quotes.
Well, I'm not listening to any more laughter from you lot. What I really want now is some long-awaited sleep. Good night.
As James went to sleep, the engines realised that their laughter was a bit too much for the red engine. The next morning, James pulled into the platform to collect his passengers, when he saw Axel alongside him.
Morning, James. Isn't it a lovely day for your paintwork to glisten in the sun?
It would be a lovely day if my passengers paid a lot more attention to my paintwork than yours.
Well, what do you mean, James? Don't you want your passengers to admire your paint?
Of course I do, you idiot. You're just gonna get more attention than me. That's what's gonna happen during your time on Sodor.
Before Axel could say anything else, the Fat Controller arrived with an unusual announcement.
James, you've got a lot more passengers coming today, and it looks like you'll be needing some help from Axel.
You see, James, this is why I was sent to Sodor in the first place. I'm not here just for fans to praise me, but to help out with the extra workload for a while.
But as James was about to argue, an idea suddenly flew into his funnel.
Oh, why don't we have a contest for ourselves? We can stop at every station on the main line and pick up the most passengers until our coaches are full.
Oh, I like your thinking, James.
All right, Axel. It's a deal.
As soon as the first load of passengers were on board, the guard blew the whistle, and James and Axel took off to start their race. As they puffed along the main line, James's paintwork shone in the sunlight, and Axel was catching up towards him.
I'll be beating you in this race, James.
We'll see about that, Axel.
James and Axel's first stop was Wellsworth. Edward was there, watching the whole scenario.
Hello, James. I see you're having a competition with Axel.
I sure am, Edward. I'm going to get as many passengers as I can. Axel won't have to look so pompous for this.
I resent that, James.
Oh, shut up, you.
Take it easy, James. You don't want to have any incidents if you're having a foreign competition.
I know, Edward, I know. Well, I gotta go.
Hey, wait for me.
James and Axel continued their race. They charged over Gordon's Hill and beyond. The coaches rattled and rocked as they sped along the slope.
If we slow down on this hill, then we won't start. That's what Gordon says. If you go over this big hill, that's named after him.
Oh, I didn't know this hill was named after Gordon.
James and Axel's next stop was Marin. Donald and Douglas were resting in the sidings when they saw the two red engines arrive.
Hello, James. Who's this?
Hello, Donald and Douglas. This red and black engine is named Axel. He's come all the way from Belgium and we're having a competition.
What sort of competition is it?
We have to stop at every station and collect the most passengers possible. And right now, I'm winning.
Hey, I was getting more passengers at the last stop at Wellsworth. You don't have to declare that you're the winner every time.
Oh, this'll be interesting, Dougie. I know, Donny. It looks like James is having a hard time keeping up with Axel.
Well, it's about time we get a move on.
James and Axel were battling their way along the line. When they came into Cowsthorpe, Henry was there with a slow goods train.
Hello, James. Is that Axel from Belgium?
Why, yes it is, Henry. You might remember him from a great railway show.
I certainly do. He was one of the international engines that took part in the race where Gordon's safety valve exploded.
That's right, we're having a contest to see who can pick up the most passengers from every station we stop at on the main line. And right now, I'm winning.
Hey, I'm the one who's winning this time. We've only got 2 more stops to make until we reach Vickerstown.
Alright, James, what's our next stop before Vickerstown?
That'll have to be Crovan's Gate, where we collect passengers from the narrow gauge engines. Well, time to go.
James and Axel continued to speed along the line to get to their next stop, which is Crovan's Gate. Then there was trouble. As the two engines were approaching the station where the narrow gauge engines were waiting, there was a loud crash. James came to a grinding halt and came to a complete stop. Luckily, he had stopped on the platform just for his passengers to disembark.
Oh no, what's happened?
You've done it again, James. You've broken down from going too fast.
Oh, I was only trying to beat Axel in our contest.
What's the matter, James?
I guess this means you win, Axel.
Wow, thank you. But what made you decide to let me win anyway?
I was going too fast and then all of a sudden I broke down. But at least my passengers could disembark onto the platform.
Yes, that's good for them. But how can you get moving again if you're stuck?
How about you shunt me to the steamworks so Victor can fix me and finish the rest of the journey to Vickerstown? So that way, Rosie can shunt our coaches away.
What a spontaneous idea, James.
As James was uncoupled from his coaches, Axel towed him to the steamworks so Victor could check him over. But as they arrived, the Fat Controller was there waiting.
Sir, what are you doing here?
I've been hearing about your contest with Axel when you caused confusion and delay by breaking down at one of your stops, Crovan's Gate, but it was a good thing those passengers could disembark on the platform instead of the ground.
What are you going to do to me, sir? Make me go to farm at Trotter's to transport pigs? Please don't make me do this mucky job.
No, James, but you will have to stay at the steamworks to get repaired for the time being. While you're out of action, Axel here will be doing all of your jobs during his loan.
Thank you, sir. Much obliged.
Ah.
Cheer up, James. Axel would make a very good acquaintance in your spot, but I can guarantee that it won't last long.
James wasn't quite sure of what Victor had stated in regards to Axel taking over his route. After dropping off James at the steamworks, Axel took his passengers, as well as his own, for the rest of the journey to Vickerstown. And for the past few days, during his time on Sodor, Axel did all of James's jobs, which made the railway run smoother. By the time James was fixed, he was very relieved to be moving again.
There you go, James. You're as good as new.
Thank you ever so much, Victor. I can't wait to get back to my friends. I bet they've been missing me for a while now.
As James returned to Knapford, he saw all the other engines gathering around near Axel.
I'm back, everyone. Did you all miss me?
We certainly did, James, and you're just in time.
In time for what?
It's Axel's last day today, and he's going home to Belgium.
Is it really?
Unfortunately, yes. It was fun working on Soda, but Belgium is my home. And now it's time for me to head back off to my country.
We do hope you have a safe journey home, Axel, but do come back and visit us again next time you're called.
No worries, sir. I better get going now, since Belgium is calling me. Salut, Soda.
Bye, Axel! Let's all give him a big chorus of our whistles.